Whole thing's pinned under a support beam. We need the crane before we touch anything else. There she is. Full carbon tub, dihedral doors. This thing retailed north of 330 grand new. Splitters cracked clean through. Question is whether the monocoque underneath took the same hit. Interior's dry. No water damage in here at least. Someone parked this and walked away before the quake hit. Exhaust is toast. But if that flat plane V8 block survived intact, this is a six-figure recovery, not a write-off. All right, out of the tomb. Now the real work starts. Block looks intact from here, but we won't know about internal damage until we pull the heads.
Earmuts, hairline stress fracture in the tub. If this spreads, the whole chassis is condemned.
Cylinder walls are clean. No debris ingestion. We might actually save this engine. Electrical system's fried from moisture that seeped in post-quake. Full harness replacement, that alone runs 8 grand in OEM parts.
Total damage estimate is climbing past 90,000. Still cheaper than a new one, if we do this right.
Front crash rail's bent 11 degrees off spec. That's getting cut out and replaced, no shortcuts. Naked and ugly right now, but 6 weeks from now, this thing roars again. Oil's contaminated with dust. That's exactly why we're not just cleaning this engine, we're rebuilding it. Transmission housing survived, but the clutch packs are contaminated. Full rebuild on this too. All 4 rotors are compromised. Between brakes and turbos alone, we're already past 30,000 in parts. This carbon patch has to cure for 12 hours minimum. Rush this and the whole tub is compromised. Solid. No hollow spots. This tub just got its second life. Block's coming out. We're inspecting every seal, every gasket before this goes back in. Turbos are shot, dust got into the compressor housing. 2 new units, 6,000 each.
Transmission's back together. New clutch packs, new seals. Shifts should be instant again.
Transmission's bolted back in. Paired with the rebuilt engine, drivetrain's basically brand new. Heads are back on, torque to spec. Next, new turbos, new gaskets, then she goes back in the bay. And she's home. Engine's back in the car for the first time in a month. New harness, fully sealed connectors this time. No more moisture getting into this system ever again. Front end's back to factory spec. Panel gaps are perfect. Suspension's fully rebuilt. This car will ride like it just left the factory floor. 41 codes down to 0. She's finally talking to us again. New carbon ceramic brakes installed. $4,000 a corner, but this car needs to stop like it goes.
New forged wheels, correct offset, correct load rating. No shortcuts on rolling stock either.
Exhaust's back on. First cold start happens today. Mechanically, she's better than new. Now we make her look the part. All 4 corners done. 16,000 in braking hardware alone, but 0 compromise on stopping power. Paint match has to be perfect. 1 shade off and you'll see it in direct sunlight forever.
Match the hex code exactly, FF4500. This panel will disappear into the rest of the body. Clear coat's laid down smooth. 1 more polish pass and this panel is invisible. Spectrophotometer confirms it. Dead on match to factory molten volcanic orange. Not even a shade off.
That's a show quality finish. You'd never know this car was buried under a collapsed parking garage a month ago.
Doors are aligned. Panel gaps are within a millimeter across the whole body.
Lights are live. Full beam pattern, no water intrusion this time.
Ceramic coat is on. This paint will survive the next decade, let alone the next earthquake.
Active wings fully functional again. Deploys and retracts exactly like factory spec. Body's done. Now the interior needs the same treatment.
Seats cleaned up better than expected. Alcantara held up fine, and it's the electronics we still need to finish.
Cluster's alive. Every gauge, every warning light, all functioning. Dash trim cleaned up. You'd never guess this thing was under a concrete slab a month ago. Infotainment's fully synced. Bluetooth, navigation, everything's back online. Hand-stitched repair. Same thread color, same stitch pattern. You'd need a magnifying glass to find it.
Door cards are back on. Every switch, every trim piece lines up perfectly.
Power's live across the whole car. Moment of truth is next. That's it. That's the sound. She's alive! Oil pressure's perfect. Temps are climbing normal. This engine rebuild is a total success. Listen to that. Better than the day it left the factory. Suspension cycling perfectly. Nose lift, ride height adjust, everything works. First movement under her own power in over a month. Feels incredible. Steering's tight, no vibration, no warning lights. She's ready for real speed. 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, and you can feel every bit of that acceleration. Chassis feels tighter than stock. That carbon repair didn't cost us an ounce of rigidity. From buried under a collapsed parking garage to this. Total cost of recovery, just under $140,000 on a car that would have sold for scrap otherwise. 94 days. One earthquake. One incredible car saved. This is why we do this. Nobody else was going to save her. If you want to see the next recovery, make sure you're subscribed and you don't want to miss what we found next.